Hey first graders, it's Mrs. Daniel from Citizenship Academy, and today we're going to work on Module 3, Lesson 8. Let's get started. Alright, our objective for today is to understand the need to use the same units when comparing measurements with others. So we're going to be looking at measuring and using the same units. But first, let's do some fluency practice. 4 centimeters plus 2 centimeters equals 14 centimeters plus 2 centimeters equals 8 centimeters plus 5 centimeters equals 6 centimeters plus 5 centimeters is 7 centimeters plus 3 centimeters is 9 centimeters plus 2 centimeters is. Alright, let's look at our application problem. I have 2 crayons. Each crayon is 9 centimeter cubes long. I also have a paintbrush. The paintbrush is the same length as 2 crayons. How many centimeter cubes long is the paintbrush? Use the centimeter cubes to solve the problem. Then draw a picture and write a number sentence and a statement to answer the question. So if we have 2 crayons in each crayon, so that means one crayon is 9 centimeters and the other crayon is 9 centimeters. So let's look at our picture. So here's one crayon, 9 centimeters long. Here's another crayon, 9 centimeters long. And we want to find out how long the paintbrush is, which is the same as 2 crayons. So we have to add 9 plus 9, which is a doubles fact. So you might already know your doubles fact, 9 plus 9 equals 18. Or you could decompose the 9 into a 1 and an 8 and say 9 plus 1 equals 10. 10 plus 8 more equals 18. 10 plus 8 equals 18. So the paintbrush is 18 centimeters long. Okay, let's look at our concept development. So first we're going to look and remember some of the tools that we've used for measuring. So you can use string, a piece of string to measure. You can use a strip of piece of paper. You can use centimeter cubes. You could use a centimeter ruler. You can use small paper clips and large paper clips, which we used before. We've also used cereal. We've also used shoes to measure. Just remember that you have to, if you were using shoes, you would have to use the same person's shoes so that they're all the same length. So today we'll measure with paper clips. We've learned to line up the endpoints. Don't leave any gaps, so everything needs to be right up against each other. We've learned don't overlap, don't put one on top of the other. And yesterday's lesson, we learned that length units must be the same length. So we learned that we can't use a large paperclip and then a small, and then a large and then a small. We have to use all large or all small. It would be the same thing if you were using centimeter cubes. You can't use some centimeter cubes and then some paper clips and then some more centimeter cubes. No, no, no. You're going to use all centimeter cubes or all small paper clips. Or if you're using cereal, you're going to use the same kind of cereal. So if you're using Cheerios, you're going to keep using Cheerios. You're not going to use Cheerios and then Fruit Loops and then Golden Grams because that's not the same length. They're different lengths. So you want to use all the same length. So, why do we have different measurements? What would be the reason? Why do we need different things to be able to measure with? Why wouldn't we want to use Cheerios to measure something big like a door? That would take too many Cheerios, right? That would be too hard. It's nice if you have something big to measure with, you want to use something that's larger. If you have something small to measure, then you want to use something that's small. We can measure with different tools, but we need to make sure we're precise about communicating what we're using to measure. So it's important to say that it's 5 paper clips or 5 Cheerios or 5 centimeter cubes, whatever it is you're using. Take a look at this. This is a pencil. These two pencils are the same size, okay? They are equal in size, but one person measured it using paper clips, and they got 1, 2, 3, 4 paper clips. This person used centimeter cubes. They made a couple little mistakes here, but they tried their best. They used centimeter cubes, and they got 17 centimeter cubes. Now imagine if it only said 17. We wouldn't know if that was 17 paper clips, 17 centimeter cubes. We wouldn't know what they used to measure. I wonder why there's only 4 paper clips, but there's 17 centimeter cubes. Why did we need so many more centimeter cubes to measure the same pencil? Oh, because the paper clips are so big, you don't need that many of them. And the centimeter cubes are so little, you need a lot more of them when you measure. Okay. Listen to this. Student A says she used 9 centimeter cubes to measure the crayon. Student B says she used 3 small paper clips to measure the crayon. Why do you think she needed so many more centimeter cubes to measure the same crayon that the other student used the small paper clips? Because the centimeter cubes are smaller. So if you're measuring with something small, you're going to use more than something if you're measuring with something large. That's right. So your lesson for today is that I want you to try to measure 3 things at your house. If whatever you're using to measure, it could be cereal. Remember to use the same kind of cereal, whichever you choose. Or you can use, if you have quarters, or if you have centimeter cubes, or if you have, you can use shoes, but if you're using your shoe, you have to use all shoes that are your own, so they're the same length. If it doesn't measure exactly perfect, you can say that it's about 5 Cheerios. If it doesn't equal exactly 5 Cheerios, you can just use this word about, and that means it's close to 5 Cheerios. So pick one tool to use to measure, and then I want you to measure 3 things. And make sure when you write it down, make sure you say what you use to measure. So if the thing was 5 Cheerios, you need to make sure you say 5 Cheerios, or 5 shoes, or 5 paper clips, if you have paper clips. And remember, if you use paper clips, you either use all large or all small. You can't mix it up. All right? All right, that's all for today, friends. Bye.